So in this video, we are going to learn how you can install n8n locally in your PC or in your Mac. So the first step that you need to follow is you have to install node.js. Think of node.js like the engine of a car. Without the engine, n8n won't run. So you have to install it based on your operating system. If you have a Mac, you have to install it for Mac. If you have a Windows, you have to install it for Windows. So for this, just go to this website nodejs.org and then you can easily download. So this is step number 1. Now if you click on next, we'll get step number 2. So now in step number 2, we have to verify the installation. Okay, so in simple, it means we are checking if the engine is running. So for this, we'll be talking to the computer through command line. So it is kind of WhatsApp but for our computer. Okay, so we'll send commands and it will reply instantly. So for Mac, we have to open terminal, and for Windows, we have to open the command prompt and then we have to type this command. So this is step number 2. Now let's go to step number 3. So in step number 3, we are installing n8n. So you can think of it like downloading an app on your phone but through command line. Then you have to run this command. But if you face any issue in your Mac, if it shows any error, then you will have to put this command. So this is step number 3. Now let's go to step number 4. So in step number 4, we just have to start our n8n. So it's time to start our automation engine. For this, you will have to type this command. And if you're using Mac, you will have to put this command. Now just copy paste this URL in your browser and you will be able to use n8n locally. Now let us do it practically and see how it works. So step number 1, we have to install node.js. Okay, so for this, just come to Google node.js and type download. Okay, now click on this first option and this is what you will find. Okay, then scroll down below. So if you're using Mac OS, you have to select this one, but if you're using Windows, then you will select this one. Okay, so since I'm using Mac, I'll select Mac OS. Now I'll click on Mac OS installer.pkg. I'll download this file. It is downloading. So after downloading this file, this is what I will see. Now I'll double click and install this. I'll double click. I'll click on continue. I'll click on continue. I'll click on agree. Then I'll click on install. Now I will enter my password. I'll click install software. Now it is installing node.js. Now I'll click on close. Now I'll put this to bin. So step 1, which was to install node.js, this is done. Okay, so if you're using Windows, you can follow this. Next, we have step number 2, verify installation. So if you're using Mac, you have to open terminal. Okay, but if you're using Windows, you have to open command prompt. Okay, so now since I'm using Mac, I'll search for terminal. Okay, so just open the search bar and I'll type terminal. I'll click on open. So this is how the terminal looks like. So now if I come to this document, so step 3 says install n8n. Okay, so now install n8n globally using npm node package manager. So I'll copy this from here, npm install -g n8n. So I'll copy this and I'll open my terminal again and I'll paste it here. Okay, now I'll click on enter. Now you have to wait for some time. You can see there are some errors. So if I come in step 3, it says if you see a permission error on Mac OS, try with sudo. So this time I'll try this one. Okay, so let's see if it works this time. I'll open my terminal again. I'll just paste it here, click on enter. Now it is asking for my password. I'll enter my password. So this is what we see now. Let us wait for another few minutes. I think this time it should work. So I think the installation part is done. So now we'll come to step number 4, which is we have to start n8n. Now you have to copy this one or this one. So let me try the second one this time. Open the terminal. I'll paste it here. I'll click on enter. I think this is done. Now I'll just copy this link from here. I'll open my browser. I'll paste it here. I'll click on enter. Now you see I can open n8n and this is completely hosted locally. I'll enter my email. My first name, last name, password. Okay, so let me enter a password. I'll click on next, and this is done. Click on get started. Now I'll select send me a free license key. Now it will send me an email with the license key. So you will receive an email with the license key. Just open this email and click on activate license key. Once I click there, I can see license activated. Your registered community edition has been successfully activated. So now this is activated. Just click on back. You can start building your workflow from here or from here. So this is how you install n8n locally in your PC or Mac.